Hey guys, well I'm back with another Instagram made me buy it video. This time we'll be talking about Merit Beauty. So if you haven't heard of this brand, they've kind of been stalking my Instagram ads, and their advertisement is a video of somebody doing her makeup and saying like, oh, here's my super quick, 3-step thing. I use the stick, swipe, 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 blend, 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 ta-da, done. Now, if you've seen my kind of everyday makeup routine video, and I'll have a link to that, you know that I do a kind of minimal makeup routine generally, even though my goal a couple years ago was to become more high maintenance, and thank you to my friend Cantwell Beauty for helping me on that journey. So I've definitely upped my game, but really my usual daily makeup routine is like tinted moisturizer, concealer, something on my eyebrows, usually eyeshadow, and sometimes blush. That's it. Not full coverage at all, not very intensive. I can do the whole thing in like a couple minutes really. And so when I saw this thing with the stick and blend, 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 I was like, great, that looks perfect for me. Now, Merit Beauty is technically a luxury brand, and as such they have a luxury price tag. So this stuff was not cheap. It feels like, good quality, nice packaging, all that, but is it better than my everyday products? In my opinion, I'll just spoil it right now, no. I do also want to mention that this is not in any way sponsored. I know there are a lot of people on YouTube who received products from Merit for their review. I've been doing some of those types of reviews recently with other types of products, but I want to clarify this was not sponsored. I paid for this all with my own money, again, just because their Instagram ads kept stalking me. So as a brand, Merit doesn't really have a ton of products. They have like a facial stick, which is kind of meant to be like foundation, concealer, all in one. They have a blush, a highlighter, a brow gel, mascara, and lip gloss. And then they also have their own brush for blending these things together. So I don't wear mascara, and I didn't feel the need to try their lip gloss because I already have a ton of lip products and my lips are covered up most of the time now anyway when I go out. So I just wanted to try the foundation stick, blush, highlighter, and the brow gel I was especially interested in. So I actually ended up purchasing 2 items on their site that ended up including all of these products. So the first was the skin set, which packages the foundation stick, highlighter, blush, and the brush all together. You save, I think, like $5 off each item when you get them together like that. And then separately, I purchased the brow gel, which I think is called Brow 1980. So these were what I had to try together. Also, the first time that you order from Merit Beauty, you receive this like tan corduroy makeup bag, which just has these flaps that kind of tie shut at the top. The other reviewers that I've seen rave about this bag. I'm not a fan. This is not my favorite color. I think the tie knot thing at the top is kind of silly, especially if you're carrying small items. I mean, it's fine. It's like a nice quality bag. It's not like some cheapy little makeup bag, but I wouldn't go nuts over the bag. So I'm going to cut in a demonstration of me doing the full face of Merit Beauty makeup because I'll speak a little more in depth about each of the products there, as well as how it wore on me for the whole day. And then I'm going to show how I've ended up kind of blending these products with my regular makeup beauty products for a look that is a little bit more me. Alright, so this morning I will be trying out the full face of Merit makeup. As you can see, I have nothing on right now. Usually, since I use a tinted moisturizer with SPF as kind of my foundation, I skipped that. So I just used regular SPF moisturizer. And I'm just gonna clip my hair up out of the way. So here is my Merit makeup bag, which I hate, but it does have all the pieces in it, and I got basically everything except their lip oil, which sounds nice, but I just don't need any more lip products right now, and their mascara because I just can't do mascara. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the Perfecting Complexion Stick. This was in the shade Cream. I was a little nervous about which shade to pick. This one I felt really confident about after picking it online, just from the swatches. And then as I watched other people's videos, I was like, maybe this is gonna be too dark. But I think it actually is just right. So you're supposed to kind of put it in the areas where you specifically want coverage. So I'm doing like under my eyes, on my nose, and the corners of my eyebrows. I have some redness in my chin. And then kind of just like some extra swipes around. I don't know if that's good. And then I have the, I think this is called the #1 brush, or brush #1, to just kind of blend it all in. This was actually smaller than I thought it was going to be, but I mean, I guess it's a good size. And I'll just kind of buff and blend that all. So it does, I mean, it does blend in really nicely. And like I said, I think this is the right shade for me. So the one thing is, I have these little dry patches around my face. I have kind of a big one right here in the corner of my nose and eye. And this is getting kind of cakey up in here. I don't know if you can see it that well, but it doesn't look good. I think I do need a little bit creamier of a formula probably, or maybe more moisturizing to start with before I apply this. It's not looking good right in there. Also, from looking back in the camera, I see my under eyes are still really dark. I usually use like 3 other different kinds of under eye stuff, so I'm just gonna maybe put another layer of this on in that area. I guess that's as good as it's gonna be. Okay, so moving on. So next I have the cheek color. This is in the shade Beverly Hills. This was the one that I was most torn about which shade to use. Usually I like kind of a terracotta pinky color. So this was like a little dark. I wasn't 100% on if this would be right for me, but I did try it out, just a little swatch, and I think this will be fine. All of them are really sheer, so probably no matter which one you pick, it'll probably be fine. So I'm just kind of rubbing it on the apples of my cheeks, I guess, and then I'm just gonna blend it with my hand, because I was thinking if I use the brush, wouldn't it get more like skin toned makeup in this area, or conversely, wouldn't the brush get stained with blush the next time I go to rub it all over my face? So I don't know about repurposing the brush for everything, but this is really, really creamy, really, really sheer. It really does just kind of give you a nice little glowy highlight. And then, speaking of glowy highlights, the next thing is the highlighting balm. They only have 2 shades of this. This one is Kava, which is like a whiter shade, I guess, and I think the other one was more of a pinky shade. Again, I don't think you're gonna go wrong with either one, and they're both so light, but this is the lighter of the 2, I guess. So I'm gonna put this, I guess, like on the tops of my cheekbones, and then maybe like, I don't know. See, I'm about to put on translucent powder on top of everything, so I don't want to highlight a bunch of stuff, because really I find that I look really shiny on video conferences for work. So I do try to like add a little layer of powder on top of everything, but I'll put this just on the tops of my cheekbones to kind of brighten that up. And then, yeah, I guess before I go on to my brows, I will just do a little layer of IT Cosmetics translucent powder, again, just to kind of get rid of the shininess that I notice when I'm on camera for meetings all day. So just kind of put this on the T-zone loosely. And hopefully that also helps to kind of set the rest of this. Okay, and then finally we have the Brow 1980. I think there's no name on this. I think it's called Brow 1980. It's their brow gel. It only comes in 2 shades, blonde and I believe brunette. If you see me talk about brow stuff before, I usually am like a taupe color. So I wasn't sure about the blonde shade, but I think it is like a rather dark blonde. Weird thing about this tube, and I think the mascara tube also, there's like a longer half and a shorter half. And you would think the shorter end would be where the handle is, but that's actually where the product is. The handle is the longer end. So when I watched the demo of applying this, she brushed everything down kind of backwards first, and then went back and brushed everything up into place, and that way like all sides of your brow get coated. So I will also do it that way. Wow, well this is really almost nothing. I mean, it's nice. The problem is you need brows to be able to coat them, and my hair is just so sparse. I feel like I at least need to draw something in on this side. I look like I have no eyebrows. Alright, I mean, that's how it's gonna be. That's the full face of Merit. So I still feel like my eyes are very undefined. I usually use some kind of minimal eyeshadow to at least kind of serve as like an eyeliner. I can't use eyeliner or mascara or anything that goes right on the edge of my eye. That's why I didn't try their mascara. But I feel like I need something else. The brows are killing me. It looks kind of okay on camera, but I have a lot of very bright lighting in this direction. When I look at it just in my regular mirror, it basically looks like I've done nothing. So we'll see how I feel about this throughout the day. But here's the full look for today. So it's been probably about 8 hours since I originally applied this makeup. I haven't really done anything too strenuous today. I've just been sitting at my desk working, so I can't vouch for its, you know, staying power when you're sweating or doing a bunch of stuff. So, I mean, all I can tell from looking in the mirror is this dry patch under my eye is still definitely really crumbly looking. I don't know how to describe that. Also my chin, and I get little dry spots up here by my eyebrows. All of those dry areas, like you can see them kind of getting flaky looking. The brows, like I don't mind them. They're definitely not as dark or defined as I usually like to wear them, but they're okay except for this one just looking like I don't have half an eyebrow. And then like the blush and the highlighter, I don't really see that anymore. Again, they go on so sheer. I mean, I don't know. I guess there's a little more color on my cheeks, but I don't really notice that. So I actually am about to go and meet somebody in person. My under eyes just look so dark, so I think I'm definitely gonna at least put some concealer on there. Again, something kind of creamy that doesn't get all caught up in my kind of flaky dry patches. But otherwise, I guess I'll just leave things as is. You know, otherwise I guess I look okay. Okay, so it's been a few days that I've been playing with the Merit Beauty products, and I think that I've kind of come up with like a hybrid combination of products that I like using. So some from my own bag, some from the Merit bag. So I'm going to start with my usual Bobbi Brown color corrector, because my under eye circles just need a lot more help than what that Merit all-in-one stick can provide. And I'm also going to do a layer of eyelid primer because I will be using a little bit of my own eyeshadow as well. So then I will move on to the Merit all-in-one stick. And actually you can see I've been using this for just a few days and it's already kind of wearing down on one side. So I don't know about the longevity of this product, but just a heads up that it's kind of expensive and it's kind of already wearing down like a pencil. But I'm just gonna kind of apply this all over, not so much focusing on, you know, problem areas or red areas or, you know, dark patches, but just kind of swiping it all over because I will be using one of my own products to address those areas. And then I will use their brush. It does buff in very nicely, and aside from the kind of dry patchy parts of my skin, I do like the texture and how it blends into my skin. Okay, so now I'm gonna address my eyebrows, again with a little bit of a hybrid combination. So I will first brush them into place and then use my own brow pencil to give them a little bit of definition and at least fill in the parts where there is like no color. So the end result will not be as dark or defined as what I usually do, but like a little more than leaving my brows to their own devices. And then I will use the Merit Brow 1980, which is a really neat product and I like it. So that will just darken things up a little bit and also serve as a brow gel as far as like kind of holding everything in place. So again, with this one, you kind of brush it down against the brow first, and then you go back up and brush everything into place. And maybe it's just my poor handling of mascara type wands, but I do kind of get a little extra product on the, outside the borders of my brow, so I kind of just wipe that off with a finger. So that's really as dark or defined as my eyebrows are gonna get. And then I am gonna use just a little bit of eyeshadow. Now for today, I just brought in here with me my big Morphe palette just because I felt like it, but I do usually have like a very small little trio of eyeshadows. This isn't going to be anything fancy, just a little something to define my eye, especially because I can't use the mascara product that Merit has. So then I'm going to do one more layer of a different concealer. This is my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. And I like this one because the texture is very creamy. So again, especially in these areas where I get these little dry patches, it doesn't really cake up or flake up in those areas. It just brightens things up a little bit more. Then we'll go back to the Merit products. So I will use the Merit blush. I still can't decide how I feel about it. I think it looks really nice when it first goes on, but then I'm just not sure about like its staying power or if it's really noticeable throughout the day, but it goes on nicely and it looks nice. So again, I just kind of apply it like on the apples of my cheeks and then really just like rub it in with my fingers. And it's very creamy, almost oily. I mean, it's been a few days and it's not like affecting my skin in any kind of negative way. You can see it's basically gone as soon as I've applied it. So maybe I should even put like a second little layer. I don't know if that'll do anything. In real life, it just gives like a little bit of glow. I don't know if you can even really see it on the camera, but it doesn't look bad. And then same with the highlighter stick. I don't know if it's really doing anything specifically, especially since I am going to put translucent powder over the whole thing and kind of mattify at least like my T-zone. But I do apply it in the same place where I usually put highlighter, which is kind of like the tops of my cheekbones, like to the outer corner of my eye. And then again, just kind of blend that with my fingers. And then, as I mentioned, I will be using just a little bit of translucent powder, mostly for shine on my forehead area, which I really notice and bothers me when I'm on video conferences. So this is the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores pressed powder. I also use their loose powder kind of interchangeably, just with their big fluffy brush. I don't know what this one's called. And just brush that mostly onto my nose and forehead and chin. And then I will just brush my eyebrows back into place after smushing them all around. And that's it. That is my final Merit and regular stuff hybrid look for the day. Okay, so now that my hair is dry, now this is actually my final look. And by the way, I have my big old diffuser sitting out. If you would like an update or a description of what I've been doing as part of my wavy hair journey, I am still figuring it out, but I would be happy to make a video if there's interest. So what is my final verdict of Merit Beauty? The complexion stick, I'm really not a fan. I've been trying to use it, again, kind of in conjunction with my other stuff, and it's just very drying, and especially because I do get these little dry patches on my face, by the end of the day, it looks like I've like spilled food on my chin and like have something on me. It doesn't work with my skin type. It's like a little too dry for me. So maybe I can use it as some kind of concealer or sort of spot thing, but I'm not a super fan of this texture. The blush, the cheek color, I do really like. I like the way that it blends in. It is really subtle. Once I blend it in, I can't really see it that much. So hopefully like people notice it and it's not just being absorbed into my skin, but I do really like it. This is the one that people have mentioned in their reviews that the packaging feels cheap or cheaper than some of the other products. And I guess I agree. It does feel like more of a lightweight plastic than some of these more substantial ones. But like, I don't care about the packaging. So I mean, this is nice. Would I repurchase it? Probably not, just due to the price, but you know, the way that it works on me, I do like this product. Now the highlighter is another one. I could kind of take it or leave it. You know, I guess it looks nice. As I mentioned in the application part of the video, what I've kind of been going for recently is more of a mattifying look, and so to then go back and add shine different places isn't really what I'm looking for right now. I have plenty of other highlighters. I have powder and liquid and stick type highlighters, so again, to me this isn't really anything like super special that I would go back for, but like it's fine. The Brow 1980 gel, I was actually pleasantly surprised with how it works on me. I don't like it just by itself, but paired with a light application of brow pencil to give my brows a little more color and definition, I think this actually works really nicely. However, knowing now that secret of that combination and the application trick, I could achieve the same thing with a different kind of brow gel. So again, for the price, I probably would not repurchase it, but since I have it, I will use it and I do like it. And finally, the brush. They call this brush number 1. It's their only brush, so I don't know if the plan is they're going to have additional, you know, number 2, 3, 4 of different types of brushes. It's fine. I actually have probably a couple very similar brushes, but it is very nice. It's soft. It's very dense. I was a little surprised how small it was, but it actually is a good size because you do want to be able to get into like those little crevices and things as you're blending stuff. So I do like it. Would I continue using it with other products that are applicable for it? Sure. But would I have just bought it, you know, because I wanted a brush? Probably not. I got it because it was part of the set and because I wanted to try the whole line. So it's nice, but you can certainly get similar types of brushes other places. So again, overall, it's nice makeup, most of it. I was excited to try it. It wasn't the, you know, all-in-one kind of take over your beauty routine sort of replacement that I thought it might be. But it's nice. If you want to try it, give it a try. Hopefully this was a helpful review for you. And if you did like it, please do give me a thumbs up so I continue doing these types of reviews. And thank you for watching. I will see you next time. Bye. You're one to be in the video. There you go. Okay.